All right, so part nine, I put up two videos on my one channel. The movie opens basically when he goes Mach 9, opens on my son's birthday. That was interesting because there's Halloween Air Show is right there. My late son's birthday, though. Um, and something else I saw in the movie, you're gonna love this. When Maverick pulls out his jacket before he's about to go Mach 9, it's Year of the Snake, which is what we're in right now. It's Dallas representing JFK assassination. And there's your Poseidon Trident representing the Poseidon Adventure New Year's Eve event. iPad Goat right dead center shows New Year's Eve blower. Then he rises up through a full moon later on in iPad Goat, which is the AI video about the next 9/11 event. Yes, they had a front man come on Alex Jones and say, it was his video. Folks, they always have a front man for the AI, like Christopher Nolan. Ooh, I directed and wrote Batman. No, 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 no. The AI wrote the Dark Knight trilogy and then showed Christopher Nolan through computer animation how to shoot the entire movie. Exactly how the Joker was supposed to paint his face, all the whole nine yards. They'll sit there and go like, well, we put the character together as a collaboration, yeah, 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 yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. The AI writes the script for their entire world. So anyway, there's your New Year's Eve Trident. Poseidon Adventure potential. Also, Trident Poseidon used in No Time to Die. The Trident. Born was the Trident when they were tracking him on the radar. Indiana, the Trident logo is now the number one team. So they are really trying to make us think that this is the time frame that it is about to happen. That's what they want us to think. So we looked at All in the Family. And sure enough, 666 is in the URL. And after the 666 is the number 26, which is the year 2026, eh? Meathead. January 12th, 1971, when you run it to New Year's Day, you do have your 007 fused with 79. 79 is murder in simple gematria. Look at the weeks. 2868. Get your 68 being 86. Remember, 68 is his name in Antichrist. I probably need to just bring that up permanently. I get tired of saying it. Um, Gematria calculator. This should just be, I should have this tab open forever. So we say Donald J. Trump, and you'll see the 68 in reverse reduction. And come over here, open a new tab. And then we're going to say Antichrist. And there's your 68 again in reverse reduction. So his name matches Antichrist. Count the number of the man and his number of the beast and his numbers. That is not the 666 is in the Hebrew Gematria, which is another website, Jewish Hebrew Gematria, where you key in SIX, 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 and it matches Donald John Drumpf. And Drumpf was the family surname, another easy Google search. So interesting there with All in the Family, and then All in the Family ended in 1979, the murder year, and you run it to New Year's Day, include both dates, and it's a palindrome 17071. Same number backwards and forwards in the weeks, 2438. So All in the Family, direct smash hit to everything that's coming upon us. If it happens on New Year's Eve. So when I started watching Top Gun or Top Gun Maverick, yeah, Top Gun Maverick, it said that Top Gun began March 3rd, 1969. So that's a three and a three. March is the third month. So 1969, they began Top Gun. When you run it to the rising day on January 3rd, 2026, I think it's if you include both dates, you get your 207, which is 119 Donald plus 88 Trump. 119 is Donald in the Jewish Hebrew gematria. 88 is Trump in the simple gematria, known as English ordinal. And the 207 is used a lot in their world. And it's fused with 761, which is the total verses of Daniel and Revelation combined, the two end times gospels. And we showed you how they coded that in the Dark Knight on the license tag. They showed you the 135, and then they showed you the 761 back to back within minutes, and the 135th prime number is 761. So trust me, that's a big deal. So when we go to this, if we run the 69 date, for us really big here, and we run it to January 3rd, 2026, you click include both dates and you get it, which you're always allowed to include both dates. You can or you can't, whatever, because that's how they do it in their world. They fit things into either or. The Tate LaBianca murders on August 10th, 1969, when some of them were on August 9th, some were on August 10th. When you run it to New Year's Day, you do get this 98 in the days, and 98th verse is the White Horse Crowning verse. I don't know if anything really jumped off the page for me when I looked at all this. But they showed you in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that that was very fake and staged. Because in the end of the movie, Sharon Tate lives. And that's why they called it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Sharon Tate, born January 24th, 1943. So we take a look at her to the rising day. She's 718 in the hours. Nothing really jumps off at us there. 983 in the month. Well, that's 98th verse with murder 83. So in the months, I guess it's pretty solid. Then you get into Margot Robbie. And 311 begins the hours for Margot Robbie. We go to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which had 3 different release dates: May 21st, July 26th, August 14th. So the May 21st date, 79 months, 13 days. And 79 is murder. So on the murder day, it's literally 79 months, 11 days. So it's 79 murder fused with 9/11. I'd say that's a pretty big deal. Finally, something big hit. The other Once Upon a Time in Hollywood release date is July 26th. That's 726. Antichrist is 726 in English gematria, which is 6 times English ordinal. 2353. 77 months. But look at that release date, that's 726. But to our date, it doesn't really help much. And then the other date, to the rising day, 2334. 2334. So on the event day, it is a palindrome 2332, which by the way is Eve. So this ends up being a direct smash hit. Eve is 2332 in Strong's Concordance, Old Testament. I believe it's a Hebrew word, so it's H2332. It's also 333 weeks. Yep. So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a direct smash hit for the fake staged Hollywood style event, which would be taking place at Mar-a-Lago if we are correct in finally getting it right. If not, we'll keep looking for the next dates. There's a ton of them coming up as Year of the Horse, New Year's, Chinese New Year, Ring of Fire Solar, Total Lunar, lots of things coming up with their Super Bowl ritual month of February, which is opposite August. Remember the August license tag in Back to the Future, which could be when the Abomination of Desolation is on August 12th, the total solar eclipse that falls on the same day Sirius the Dog Star rises. Brad Pitt, December 18th, 1963, represents the pit or the beast rising from the pit. And on the rising from the pit day of the full moon of January 3rd, he's 22,662. So it's 22. Remember, the 22nd prime number is 79, which is murder in simple gematria, followed by the 66 for the 66th book of the Bible, and fused with a 62. And remember, 602 is Revelation in Strong's Concordance. So I would say direct smash hit, as cryptically as they put it in their world. It's also got a 26, which is, well, it's 226, which is the year 2026. Fused with 66, which is the book of Revelation. Fused with 62, which represents Revelation 602. That's Strong's Concordance. So it's everything. Again, Brad Pitt, direct smash hit for the Rising Day. The film The Hours it had a lot of 201s in it and 726 and 121. The seconds begin with 726, which is Antichrist. The minutes begin with a 121, which is Antichrist. 201 begins the hours for event 201, and the weeks are 1201. So it's weak, but it's cryptic. It's also a palindrome 848. So the 9379, is that all of our Apocalypse Now dates? .3369, Top Gun Maverick, got it. Can't remember what that is for. So if we don't know what it's for, blow by it. So then we got into Eyes Wide Shut, which had 3 dates. July 13th, July 16th, September 10th. July 13th to New Year's Eve is 9668. You got your 68 again, which is him and Antichrist combined, along with the 66th book of the Bible, Revelation. 138 is the weeks, 1381. 138 is his name in simple gematria, Donald Trump. So Eyes Wide Shut, bingo. When you run the other Eyes Wide Shut to New Year's Day, it's 9,666 days. I can't get over how many 666s we've run into. This is part 9 on the playlist. Part 1 is pretty weak the way I go about doing it. I don't explain a lot of stuff. As I listen to it, I'm explaining to you like you've been with me the whole time. But if you're watching the video for the first time, you're like, what is he talking about? But look at the weeks. 138, 1380, followed by 6 days. So you do have your 1386 code, which remember my dad's Old King James, the Zechariah 11:17 Bible verse is on page 1386. 138 is his name. 86 means to eliminate. That's quite a coincidence that my dad's Old King James Bible has that, but we've shown it to you many times. It is true. Do I have it pulled up? Do I have that video pulled up? Yes, we do. We always keep it handy. I got the volume turned off, but there it is right there. Woe to the idle shepherd. Then you run it over, and there's your 1386. Very good, very good, very good, very good. And there's Batman's card tag with a 135. This number seems a little scrambled, followed by a 024. But then afterwards, there's your 135, and then afterwards they take you over to the bus. And the bus has the 761 on it. 4761 for the end times, because that's the combination. So they coded that for you because the 135th prime number is 761. They put that for you in back to back. I showed you how many minutes apart it was. All of it. It was pretty fascinating the way the AI had them set that up. And then the final date, as we are discussing Eyes Wide Shut, September 10th. And that's palindrome 969. Nothing else really pops off for us. The minutes begin with 138, but we need to go ahead on and sign off on that. Let's keep going with our prep. And what else? Are all of these just personal ciphers? It's just a person. Oh, so so here's a pretty good one. So the bullet building, that building shaped like a bullet that they put in movies, that's in the city of London. On New Year's Eve, it's 7,917 days. On New Year's Day, it's 7,918. Folks, 79 is murder in simple gematria. So, now it's going to be like that pretty much through, because another high watch date for me is 2 days before the total lunar, and it's 7612. I love that because that has him rising on 7614. We will certainly get to March 1st as the event day on a Saturday, rising on a Monday on that total lunar eclipse, because he was born on a total lunar eclipse. And it's 178, 1078 in the weeks for the bullet building. That'll be a very high watch day when the time comes. Yes, indeed, indeed. All righty then. Let's keep going with the prep. And I think this is our final page. So he's supposed to be at Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago began December 12th. I think we already showed this. Did we already do the Mar-a-Lago stuff? In simple, it does come to 68, which, yeah. And when we run it, it is the 45 and the 47 on the days. His two numbers, I think we've already done that. 16,445, 16,447. Death and Rising Day, 4547. I think we did that previous video. So this character on the world stage, 10/14/93. 10/14/93 to the Rising Day, you do get the Rising Bible verse, 11:7, Revelation 11:7. 11,769. Look at the weeks, 1681. There's your 68 again. Look at the months, 386. 38 is death, and 38 is murder in the four base ciphers. Depending on which cipher you're looking at, 38 is gigantic in their world. But the years, the months, the days is 32 years, 2 months, 20 days. So it's 3222 code. It's 222 fused with 322. So that character makes it a direct smash hit for sure on the death or the rising day, however you want to do it. Heath Ledger had a movie called Candy. We know Trump is Candyman. And it's got the 88 in the URL just to signify that. And look at the link. 1 hour, 48 minutes, 148 is his name in simple gematria, Donald J. Trump. So when we looked at anything with Heath Ledger, you have to look at had two release dates, February 15th, May 25th. On February 15th to the event day, it's 7,260 days. 726 is Antichrist in the English gematria. 19 years, 10 months, 17 days. So it's 9/11 fused with 11/7. You drop the 1 before the 19, it's 9/1/1/7. Drop the 0. They don't count zeros, and you don't need the 1 at the beginning to show the fusion of 9/1/1/7. And remember, 9/11 was all about 11/7 because September was once the 7th month, and most countries write the date backwards. So this Heath Ledger Candy is a smash, smash, smash direct hit. Like we knew it would be. The other date, 7163, 7161, 1977. Well, 2357. So you have your 357 coded, the Book of Daniel, but that's pretty. First time they walked on the moon, landed on the moon, July 20th, 1969. That's a big cipher. And it's really big when we run it to our March 3rd total lunar. When you run it to our current date, it's 20,621. Not as strong. So we'll definitely be looking. Then you go to the Devil's Advocate. I didn't end up prepping all of this. So I'll prep this tonight. So we're done here. All right, love you guys.